some point, almost every WoW player has this moment where their brain goes, you know what? I think I want to try Mythic raiding. And then the next thought kicks in. Wait, how the hell do people even get into those guilds? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how players actually make that jump. And more importantly, some of the incredibly stupid ways people manage to throw that opportunity away. So grab your Cheetos, grab your dog, hell, grab grandma, and let's get into it. Alright, so let's start with the first step. Where do you find a guild? Because if you're not in the places where guilds are looking, they literally can't find you. One of the best places to begin is the Warcraft recruitment Discord. Guilds post their progress, their raid times, what specs they're recruiting, and players post their class, logs, and availability. So you just go in there, find somebody that's recruiting, that's doing the difficulty you want, and has times that work for you, and you send them a message. And then you wait. There's another problem. Guilds recruit based on logs, and a lot of players don't have any. Or maybe your logs look like this. And here's the reality. Recruiters don't know you. They don't know if you're good, bad, somewhere in the middle. Logs are the only proof that they have. So if you don't have logs yet, the solution is actually pretty simple. You need what I call a stepping stone guild. These are usually more casual teams, or a guild that's working on their first few mythic bosses. Your goal isn't to stay here forever. It's to use those kills to build good logs, and you use those good logs as leverage, and you use that leverage to apply to a better guild. Now I want to address the obvious question here, because this could sound a little weird when I say it out loud. This isn't about joining a guild and screwing them over. This is just how progression works in WoW. Players move from normal to heroic guilds, from heroic to mythic, and then from early mythic into stronger teams. It's not unethical. It's just how the ladder works. And while you're in that stepping stone guild, you should still be contributing, helping the raid, and pulling your weight. Don't be a dick. Don't just join a guild and bail after one raid night. That's scummy. Alright, we've secured our position in the stepping stone guild. Now your job's gotta change. Now your goal is to stand out. And the players who stand out are the ones who do something most players never even bother doing. They do their homework. And when I say homework, I don't mean anything crazy. I mean taking a little time outside a raid to study what the best players of your spec are actually doing. And you can do this by going and reviewing their Warcraft logs. Going to lorgs.io. Look at the people with the top 8 parses of your class and spec and see when they use their cooldowns. How did they get good coverage? How did they min-max? And then you reverse engineer this information and try to emulate it yourself. These are the tools that make this really easy to analyze. Warcraft logs, lorgs, liquid reminders, and Northern Sky tools. The difference between average players and great players are great players don't just show up. They study the fights. When you combine that preparation with repetition, that's how you start building logs that actually get recruiters' attention. Okay, we know when to use our cooldowns. We know when to use defensives. We know when to use our utility. How do we get good logs now? You repeat the fight over and over and over. And you get better with each pull. You get a little cleaner. Your cooldown timings get tighter. Your positioning gets better. Anything you can do to start squeezing out a little bit more HPS. And after each fight, you open up your Warcraft logs and check your parse. Oh shit, this parse was only a 65. Guess what? Leave that pug group, go join another one, and redo the fucking fight again. And you repeat this process for each and every boss until your parses look good enough to a recruiter where it immediately draws their attention. And guess what? Shh, don't tell anybody this. But you've probably improved drastically as a player during the process. You studied better players, you practiced the fights, you learned how to set up reminders for all of your cooldowns, and suddenly, you're not the same player you were when you started. And this improvement is what's going to make a recruiter look at your logs and go, damn, we want this guy. Now that we've got some nice, pretty pink, purple, and orange parses, now it's time to go back to the recruitment Discord and start reapplying to a better guild. I can almost guarantee you that once you have good logs, you're going to make your recruitment post about looking for a guild, and it won't be up for 2 minutes, and you're going to be hammered by recruiters messaging you. Eventually, one of these conversations turns into something more serious, an interview, and then a Mythic trial. And that's where things get interesting, because getting the trial isn't the hard part. Passing it is.